Good afternoon, my MGTOW brothers. I hope everybody's doing well. Time for us to get on down the road. I already drove a bit today. It's a peace and quiet for a while. Now I'm starting the stream. Got unloaded this morning about 8. Had breakfast. Waited around for a job. Got my job. It's having me drive all the way back to Joplin, Missouri empty, where we're going to pick up another trailer and take that trailer to Charlotte, North Carolina. Here we go. Raining like a hell off of the west. Got out from underneath that. No reason for that guy to be going that fucking slow on the highway. Nope. No reason for it. What's up, Kevin? Sergeant Branch. Good afternoon, Eric.
How are you, sir? How you doing?
Beautiful day to be out driving around. How are you?
Doing okay. Got some good news today. Went for another follow-up with the doc.
Yeah.
Everything's going good. So all is well, sir.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Thank you. And Again, I'm sorry about yesterday, but unavoidable.
Nothing
But
to
how are you
apologize
doing? All right?
for. Yeah,
Good.
there's
Good.
absolutely nothing to apologize for yesterday. Couldn't,
Yeah.
it was spur of the moment thing. Didn't happen. Oh well.
Yeah, we'll get there.
Yeah.
Oh, I was instructed to send a message to you from my daughter. She would like to play you, and she would like you to broadcast it so that she could make your beating public. I said, I doubt that's going to happen, but I'll send the message.
What the fuck did I do to her?
Oh, I don't know. She just beat my ass 5 games in a row last night, so I don't know what I did to her either.
Tell her, give this message back word for word to your daughter.
Certain.
Tell her that if she wishes to flex her muscles, she should go down to the state home and take baseball bats to the retarded.
I shall deliver that with enthusiasm. That's good. I like that. Anyway, sir, I just wanted to jump in with the weather and everything. I just want to say God bless and travel safe today. Okay.
Okay.
Always know you're in my prayers and always know you're appreciated.
Sorry about that, Eric. I'm driving through the middle of nowhere. Can you hear
Did
me?
you hear what I said?
No, I didn't.
I said with the weather today, I was like, just wanted to let you know that God bless, travel safe, and always know you're in my prayers and that you're appreciated.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate that. You're always in my prayers as well.
Thank you, sir. You take care, Brandon. God bless.
Bye-bye. Sorry, Sam. My bad. What you guys don't know is I just spilled my can of bubbly. The road's pretty smooth, right? Ran over the one fucking bumpy bit coming off the expansion joint of that last bridge, and it went everywhere. Howdy, Singletown. Hello, guy with a huge name. You gotta get a better name, man. I'm sure that's a great name, but you gotta get a name that people can use. Arjan. I think Arjan. Is that it? I'm trying to remember. I can't read it. Just well, I'm driving. Yeah, Killjoy. Or Kevin. Or Peanut the squirrel. Just Peanut. Everybody knows who Peanut is. Ah, sorry, Grinch. I think my first attempt muted you. So you have to unmute yourself.
Good morning, sir. Or good afternoon.
You're very, very quiet. Or else I've got my, it's me. Okay. I had it
How are
turned
you
down.
today?
Oh, I got it turned down a little bit back. I always have to turn it down. When Eric comes on, he really blasts it. I'm doing all right. How about yourself?
So, I spoke to the doctor today.
Yeah.
I originally was going to go in on the 11th,
Right.
but we changed it to the 18th so that I can go to the Veterans Appreciation game on Monday. Cindy got tickets to the Penguin game.
Right.
And then next Friday, Ingve.
Well, that's good. The type of quality of life stuff you got to fucking maintain.
Well, he told me a long time ago, live life. And then, then when I said, well, I'll come in on the 11th, but I'd have this and this. So if I'm only going to be in there 3 days, I can give the tickets to somebody else. But, for the Penguins. But I got to be out for Friday.
Yeah.
And with everything that's been going on with me medically, he doesn't know. I should be in for 3 days minimum. That's the norm,
but
3 days.
you know,
But they don't know
hope for the
because I'll
best,
be
plan
out for
the
7
worst.
weeks. Yep.
Yeah. Right.
And I told him, if I miss this stuff, you'll never hear me complain about it. It's what you think is best. I mean, going to see these events or being able to see them in the future, well, I'd rather be around in the future. I'd hate for all the hard work that everybody's gone through to go for naught if I get sick again.
Yeah.
If the leukemia comes back. I've discovered a very troubling trend, Brandon, since
What's
we've
that?
rescued Zeke. No
Yeah.
afternoon naps.
Ah.
He gets them. I don't.
Well, the best way to take care of that is to take the nap with the dog.
That
Dogs are
dog.
great for taking naps with. Sam will vouch for that.
That dog is such a bed hog that I only sleep half the night in the bed. But at night I can't sleep anyways. My mind just runs. The more quiet things are, the more my mind starts running and going over what happened during the day, or the problems that I've had, and it just runs. I've been like that forever. Oh well. Yeah, yesterday was like the first time I've ever talked to Rad. I've seen him before. I've heard him. I've even been on his channel. Interesting fellow. Yep.
I am
Hey,
back.
Singleton.
Sorry about that.
Oh, sorry, my fault. I was just
No, I
Singleton's
went.
in the chat.
I went through a dead spot and missed about a minute of whatever you were saying.
Oh, I was saying that having Rad on yesterday,
Mm-hmm.
he's an interesting fellow. I've seen his channel. I've listened to him before for a while. He's just interesting guy.
I am very pleased that he felt comfortable enough to share his faith with us. It's very interesting to hear other people and their different views on that.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how men fucking handle that sort of a fucking situation. He knows very well I'm an evangelical Christian.
Mm-hmm.
And he also knows that I respect him enough that I'm going to let him share his faith without criticism. Just like, he doesn't ever criticize anybody else's faith. So, at the end of the day, that's between us and God. It doesn't have anything to do with us as people and our relationships with each other.
Yeah, I don't think that a person's belief in God is something you're supposed to fight over.
No,
I
no,
just
it's the most personal decision you can make. Yours alone.
another dead spot. Another dead spot. All right, Kevin.
I was honored.
I'll look at that later. You were in a dead
I was
spot,
honored.
Brandon. I've missed the last
Yeah.
stuff. Sorry.
I realized I was saying that his views are his and his alone. Mine are mine and mine alone.
Mm-hmm.
And it's definitely not anything to fight over. And I'm just honored that he shared that with us.
Yeah, I really would like to hear him talk more about when he was talking about his stuff, his time with the
Did you hear
legal
that?
system. Can you hear me?
I can now.
Okay. I would be interested in hearing his discussions on the legal system more. He seems like he's been through the ringer and knows how to work the system.
Yep.
Hey Kevin, I'll check out your
He will
channel
tell you.
later to look at your bike.
All right.
Hey
And
Ramadi,
here's
what's
the man
up?
who put the echo. Here's the man who put the echo in the echo chamber.
You got to come up with something new, Brandon. That's getting stale.
No, I don't.
It can't be stale. That's what you're known for.
What's stale is my. Everybody's got a tagline. We sing to outlaw. You echo. Grinch is the HOA Karen.
Oh man, what's going on? Anything other than driving?
I mean, And he's the bougie Canuck.
Oh,
Mouth agape apes, that damn dirty ape.
Oh, hey, I wish Ape was on. I just saw yesterday that like 40-something monkeys from some research facility in South Carolina and escaped that are on the loose.
they couldn't be carrying
Boss.
anything special, could they?
Don't know.
Wuhan Part 2. Isn't that how the movie Planet of the Apes start?
Well, I'm going to Joplin,
Mm-hmm.
picking the load up in Joplin and taking it to Charlotte, North Carolina.
RO isn't going to like that.
Why? He's from North Carolina originally.
He don't believe in their barbecue.
No, that's what he claims his real barbecue is from North Carolina.
I thought he preferred the Texas barbecue.
Well, hold on. I could be talking out my ass, so you might be right. I don't know. I've always thought I heard him stick up for the North Carolina variety.
Well, when he shows up, we'll ask him.
Oh, he'll be more than happy to talk about it. It's like his favorite subject.
What, the Ridgeline?
No,
Barbecue.
Carolina barbecue.
Oh, okay. Yeah, RO loves his barbecue beef. Barbecued chicken, barbecued pork. I bet you he even likes barbecued potato chips.
I like barbecued potato chips.
You doing cocaine?
I'll have to disagree on that. I think barbecued chicken is nasty, and barbecue potato chips are nasty.
I like barbecue pork rinds too.
My mom used to eat pork rinds. I always thought it was kind of gross.
You don't like fried pig skins?
Not particularly, no.
Okay. I don't eat them either. I don't have anything against them. I just don't eat them.
No, I tried them. I didn't care for them, and I just always, I didn't like not have anything to do with my mom because she ate pork rinds. I was just like, oh, gross, pork rinds. Okay, I'll be over here.
I like
Enjoy.
Doritos. Original and Cool Ranch.
My favorite
that's
kind
my
of pork rinds are the hot and spicy. Flaming hot pork rinds.
I can't
Yeah,
eat them. My stomach will blow up.
Yeah, I couldn't deal with it. That's
I
my
eat too
kids.
much hot sauce.
That's my kid's favorite Doritos chip. Grinch is the Cool Ranch. When she was little, she called them Christmas chips because she said they look like Christmas trees, little Christmas trees.
I like to dip the Cool Ranch Doritos into sour cream.
Okay.
That'll put some weight on you quick.
Well,
Yeah.
I like sour cream. I like sour cream and cheddar ruffles, but I don't like sour cream.
Sour cream's great on baked potatoes.
Yes,
Well-
it is.
And if you have a baked potato, you either need to have a pork chop or a big fat steak.
Oh, how did your pork chops turn out on the grill the other night?
We didn't grill them.
Or was that last night?
He
Last
cooked it in a pan.
We cooked them up
Oh, you
in a
did?
cast iron griddle.
Oh, on the stove.
Mm-hmm.
Was that last night or the night before last? I can't remember.
Last night.
Last night. It turned out good though. Yeah, I
Yep.
like it. Man, I love a big, fat, thick pork chop,
With bone in.
bone in.
Bone in. No, don't put on your brakes. We're not putting on brakes here. This is the highway.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, bone in, no homo.
Isn't that one of the products that you can, one of the food groups that you can put the gobbler sauce on?
Oh, you can put cob gobbler sauce on anything.
Well, I mean, especially because it has the bone.
Ah, that
It's
just
gotta
makes
be
it twice.
firm.
That makes it twice as good.
Yeah. It's got to be firm. Can't be flaccid.
Right, Flanders approved.
Did you go to Rumble and see how Hammerhand's running that nonstop on his channel?
That's pretty cool. I have to get him the other. I gotta get him to play the other ones. I have to. I have one that I'm like halfway made, and I've never fucking finished it.
Mm. Oh man. You got allergies?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I got I got seasonal allergies that last all year long.
Did you have them before you went in the military?
No, I did not.
Well, file a claim.
I can't prove that.
They can't
can't-
disprove it.
Yeah.
Every little claim counts. Neuropathy, if you have no feeling in your feet and hands. The sleep apnea.
Yeah, I did a sleep study when I was still living in North Carolina.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, I didn't fucking sleep. I couldn't sleep, so of course the test was inconclusive. They're like, well, the results are inconclusive. I was like, no fucking shit, because I didn't sleep.
Well, you would have to do a new one to file that claim. But I would put in for that. That would, because if you get sleep apnea, that's golden, man.
Yeah.
If you
Yeah,
have
that's-
tingling in your hands and your feet, neuropathy, that's 10 to 20% or more, depending on the severity. Brandon, did you ever hear back from the VA?
I fucked up my fucking confirming who I was and got locked out of my goddamn fucking online self. So I've actually got to go in.
Oh,
Oh, shit.
my health events or whatever, the online shit.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That system is the worst. Ugh. I use it all the time, but it's horrible. Actually, I gotta check to see if I got an email response from them. Brand new Dodge Viper. Spent 28 years on top of a dealer sign. All those Dodge Demons that they were selling back in 2018, the 800 horsepower track cars, they can't sell them now. They can't resell them either. Unless you're a track person, who's going to buy it and who's going to buy a beat up one?
Excuse me.
Hmm. Oh, they added a new icon to the My Healthy Vet. Learn what the PACT Act means for your VA benefits. Well, wasn't the PACT Act for all the chemical stuff?
Yeah, burn pits.
Yeah.
But that, dude, I mean, and I know you've had cancer multiple times. What they told me, because I can read between the lines when they talk, was basically if you don't have some life-threatening or some type of condition, which is on a list that they came up with, then you don't have it. So I don't know if you ever thought, were you ever exposed to any bird pits in your
No.
military career? No.
No. Rusty's in the chat.
Hi, Rusty.
Hello, Rusty.
Hello, Rusty.
I was there when the Iraqis lit Kuwait on fire. Does that count?
You were where?
Well,
Yeah.
if I was there when the Iraqis lit Kuwait on fire, where do you think I was?
So you were in the oil fields?
I was over them.
Flying through them.
Flying through smoke in a sealed aircraft doesn't count.
How do you know?
Where do you think the fucking air comes from?
Well, claim it.
I would have that documented by the VA, which they do all the work.
Well, I mean, it'll show up on his DD-214. If he was in that region during the Gulf War, he can be like, yeah, I was flying overhead above Kuwait, and we flew through that shit, and it got into our air supply.
I'm not sick or anything, but I was there.
Well, so that's just it. Just being there is not enough. You have to be you just have to be seriously something wrong with you.
Thank you. Not thanking you, thanking the guy who fucking decided he wanted to get the fuck out of my way. He actually did a U-turn. He doesn't know where he's going.
Well, I don't know where I'm going.
Because Grinch, somebody from the VA actually called me and talked to me on the phone about it, and they're asking me all these questions like they're going down a checklist. And I said, I mean, I answered no to all of them except yes. You know, we had a burn pit on our fob, and when I was in Ramadi, Iraq, and then we had another burn pit on our combat outpost, because we were way the fuck out there in the boonies when I was in Afghanistan. I was like, so yes, I've been exposed to burn pits, but they're like, oh, well, you don't have this. It's like, no, not currently.
But
But,
that's when you tell them I need it documented. But you got to tell them you need primary care doctor to sign you up for the sleep apnea. That's the one that is killing the VA, because all the guys snore and their heart stops, and with the
Yeah.
apnea.
yeah, sleep apnea is basically you damn near die in your sleep and then you wake up.
Yep, happens to me all the time.
Before you actually die. So what? You got diagnosed with sleep apnea, and you're getting they rated you for it.
Yeah, but the problem was it doesn't do me any good because of the Hundo Club.
Oh,
you don't get extra, extra.
right. No. Once you get 100, you're not going past it.
Well, there are a bunch of other ways to get more, but I don't qualify. You got to be amputee and
Yeah. I mean, do you have to sleep? Do you have to have a machine next to your bed?
well, I don't use it because I rip it off in my sleep. So when I'm done with the leukemia treatment, they're going to retest me and then give me an Aspire, the little probe that they put in your chest that kickstarts your heart. Yeah.
Like Motley Crue.
Kickstart. Yeah, I was just about to say that, like Motley Crue.
Yep.
No, I know my first ex-father-in-law, who was retired Army. Yeah, he had sleep apnea bad, and he had to wear one of those damn masks like Darth Vader
Yeah.
when he would go to sleep. And I don't know. I mean, he never, I mean, he passed away, but it wasn't from him passing away in his sleep, unfortunately. I wished he would have, but he didn't.
Hey, Hanok.
He passed away from complications due to a stroke.
Well, that's definitely something from the sleep apnea.
No, I'm sure it contributed to it. But I mean, it would have been different, if he would have went quiet and peacefully in his sleep instead of how he did go out, which I wasn't there for to witness.
So I was given another week of reprieve from the hospital. I go in on the 18th, not the 11th.
No, so you get to celebrate Veterans Day.
Well, Cindy and I are going to the Penguin game that night.
Oh, that would be a good time.
Appreciation. Hey, got tickets from the Penguins for Veterans Appreciation Night. And that next Friday, I get to go see Ingve. And then it'll be back to the chemical grind.
Yeah. So wait a minute. How did the Penguins know to send you tickets? Are you
She
on like a
applied
mailing
for
list or
them
something?
online at
Oh,
the website.
Oh, okay. Okay. Cool.
I think we got them once before too.
Well, I mean, at least you'll get to see a Pens game and then go to your Ingve concert.
Yep. And then that's the rest that I have planned for the year. So
That's
the
the last fun you're gonna have for a while.
probably. What I noticed is from talking to Cindy and my nurse is when I'm on the Blincyto, I become quiet and mean.
How can you be mean if you're quiet? What does that
When
mean?
you finally say something,
Oh,
I'm very aggressive and
towards who? Anybody?
to pretty much everybody.
Oh,
Yep.
well,
So we'll see how it goes this time.
I mean, I guess if you wanted to try to skirt around that, you could just be like, "Don't talk to me." But I mean, I get it. You're in a hospital; they have to come in and talk to you.
And apparently, Cindy said I swear more. I drop
You mean
F-bombs like a B-52 over Vietnam
what? In public?
everywhere.
Oh, well. I mean, there's no law against that. If profanity offends you in this day and age, I mean, I get it. There's a time and a place for it, but you know, if an F-bomb slips out or whatever, get the fuck over it. It's not the worst thing you could say. Unless she just doesn't like you unless she just doesn't like you cussing.
We're gonna miss Poppy Hates Cancer Night. It's on the 19th.
Yeah. Yeah, she doesn't like me being aggressive, nasty, and foul-mouthed. What day is that? The 19th.
She married a Grinchy. She married a Marine though. She realizes that, right?
Her father's a Marine. 3
Okay.
tours of Vietnam.
Okay, she grew up around it, so she knows. I'm not.
He doesn't curse very much. He's a very religious man.
Okay, I'm not saying it's a requirement. It happens sometimes, you know.
But I don't live in the woke world. So other than my mom and my wife and my nieces, I pretty much treat everybody else as men.
Well, okay, no, I get that. I mean, I tried when my mother was alive. I tried to, you know, not cuss around her. And of course, with my daughter, when we talk on the phone or when I've been around her, you know, I would try not to let the profanity slip out, even though she's let some slip out here and there, and she's only 16. But she heard that shit from her mom. She didn't get it from me. So her mother can't blame me for that.
You know, my son, I just treat him like I would any other man who's 34 years old. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. Oh,
Talk
me and
to
my
him.
dad have. Yeah, me
Same.
and my dad. Yeah, we've gotten to shouting matches and f bombs and fuck yous and that shit's come out.
Yeah. I
But it
think that
wasn't that I was. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I think that treating your sons as men is a sign of respect that they of what they are. Not, you shouldn't pamper your boy. You know, once they were teenage. Well, actually, once we got custody of them, I tried from their mother. I tried my best to treat them like men and tell them about the working world and everything else. And both of my kids go to work all the time. They got no problem working.
Yeah, I remember, and I hadn't been in very long. I might have been in maybe a year and a half, and I was home on leave. I can't remember if it was Christmas or pre-deployment or post-deployment because you only got to take 3 leave blocks a year. And I was sitting there, and my dad was fucking talking, not really talking to anybody, but just talking. And he said something to the effect of, he's like, yeah, I think it should be, I think the law, I think they ought to put into legislation that once you turn 18, you should do 2 years of mandatory military service. And I kind of laughed. I don't remember if I was sitting I know I was in the room because I heard him say it. I don't remember if I was sitting next to him or I was sitting at the table or whatever, but I kind of laughed. and he snapped his head back towards me and looked at me, or cut his eyes towards me. He was like, "What the fuck's that supposed to mean, boy?" And I just looked at him. I was like, I said, "You?" I was like, "You didn't."
That didn't go over real well, did it?
No, it didn't. He got red in the face and he started to get up. And I got up before he did. I got to my feet before he did. And he sat back down. Because I just looked at him. I said, "No, you didn't." And I wasn't trying to be a dick. I was just being honest.
Now, see, the only issue I have with that is I think it should be 3 years instead of 2. And it's for this reason. Depending on the MOS that you are assigned or you sign up for, your first whole year is burned up between A school, boot camp.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And if you're going to go flight-related MOS, you're going to become a mech and work on planes and helicopters and maybe become a crew chief. Well, even 3 years isn't enough.
Yeah. No. I understand that. He just threw out 2 years. But I just, like I said, I just laughed. And I said, "You didn't." I said, that didn't apply to you. So why the fuck are you bringing that up now? After my older brother, went into the Air Force after high school. I went into the Marine Corps after high school. And then my other brother, who didn't serve in the military, and nothing against him for not doing that, but it's like, he's over 18. Like, does that apply to him too? Because it didn't apply to you, sir. But no, he got pissed and he started to stand up, and I got to my feet first, and then he sat back down.
Now,
But
see,
no,
I
you're
couldn't
right.
say that to my dad. He he did 3 years active and 3 in the reserve. He was over in Augsburg, Germany, working at the army hospital there. And he says he doesn't remember much because he was drunk all the time.
You know, I know for a fact, my old man, and I'm not shitting on him for that. Just, I know for a fact that my old man didn't do shit, you know, as far as military service. And his dad was a World War II vet.
Yeah.
But I don't think less of my father for that. I
No.
just wasn't in the mood. I just wasn't in the mood to hear his hypocritical bullshit. And you know, whether he likes it or not, I got to my feet first. And I didn't take like an aggressive stance or anything, but I saw him start to get up, so I got up. And then when he realized I got up before he did, he sat back down and he didn't say anything else after that. So that might have been, I mean, that might have embarrassed him, and it might have, depending on your point of view, been disrespectful towards my father, but that wasn't my intention. I was just calling out, like, no, Dad.
How old were you?
21, 22.
So technically you're a grown man.
Yes.
So
I
it
wasn't
was
grown. Oh, Zeke, preach, bro, preach.
Zeke don't like the two chihuahuas barking in the backyard at him.
Oh,
So he no, that was a conversation between two grown men, father and son, but you're a grown man. You're allowed to have your opinion. I think one of the proudest moments my dad's ever had is when me or my brother stand up to him and have our convictions. Because he knows that if you're willing to stand up to your own father for something, you're going to stand up to everybody else for it too.
yeah. Well, I wasn't thinking of it in terms of, hey, you know what? This is my chance to stand up to my dad, you know, and let him know that I'm a man. No, I was just like, well, no. You know, would that have applied to you when you graduated from high school and turned 18? No, you're saying this now as a, you know, late 40s, early 50-something-year-old man? It just, you know, the scales weren't balancing out for me on that. And I just, you know, I was like, hey, old man, I'm going to have to call bullshit on that one.
Well, at least his premise is correct. I think everybody, male and female, should serve because it's going to open your eyes to the world, and you're going to be less susceptible to bullshit by commies.
But Grinch, you've left your house, you know, within the last 10 years, right? You've seen what's out there.
Yeah. And you'll be more
The majority
to handle
the majority
yourself.
Right, but the majority of military-age males in our country that are walking around right now, upright, breathing, would not be able to pass a MEPS physical.
That's all right. You send them and put them in pork chop platoon for a month or two. They'll be in shape, and they'll be embarrassed, and they'll be, you know, everything that comes along with it. The fact that they can't do what a man's supposed to do. Hey, just like in World War II, they didn't give a shit about that crap. Hey, Chubby, come here. Here you go. You're gonna run that shit off.
Well, I actually saw it yesterday, and then I actually read the article today because it showed back up in my Google Newsfeed on my phone. A kid from MCRD San Diego somehow got away, climbed the fence, got into the airport at San Diego, and got arrested trying to escape. The Marine Corps released that information.
So if he, well, he probably went and got a civilian attorney.
No. Oh, I don't know.
So
They didn't go into all that, but
because you know
they
he's
just said
going
that
he's going to get a court
he
martial.
well, I don't know. I mean, failure to adapt. There's all kinds of different. Dude, they could just be like, all right, fuck you, you know, you fat piece of shit. You know, you're not worthy to even be here. Thank you very much for wasting our fucking time. You know, here's a fucking bus ticket. Pack your shit and get the fuck out of my face.
Well, because he tried to escape, as you said, they can give him a court martial.
No, they could.
And if they court martial him, he could get anything from the big chicken dinner all the way to a general discharge. He won't get an honorable.
Well, no. I think he was in first. They showed a picture. He was wearing a green skivvy shirt, desert Digiflies trousers, unbloused, and boots. And he looked like a fat fuck. So,
he's not the first one that made a jailbreak.
no, he's not.
But yeah, he must have done something that made them have to release that information. Because most guys will just say, "Well, I'll accept, you know, a general discharge, and out the door you go."
Right.
You know,
Well,
sometimes they even give them less than honorable.
Yeah.
You know, if you
this is
for the escapees, he could have got brick time.
Yeah. Well, this is the digital online age. So I mean, I don't know how the Marine Corps could have kept it quiet. You know, when he was arrested inside San Diego, he made it into San Diego International Airport, and then got arrested by like airport police or some shit.
Oh, fuck. Yeah, that's how come they fucking got out. Fucking, he got out of the fucking service.
Yeah, he got off the depot. He got off the depot, over the fence, into the terminal, and then got arrested.
Well, that's why it's been released. When I was on active duty, one of the guys in my barracks was in a different unit. His nickname was Taz, like the Tasmanian Devil.
Yep.
And he was the singer of the heavy metal band I played drums for. I played drums for a metal band and a top 40 band. Well, this boy could sing. He sounded like Jeff Tate of Queensryche. I mean, this dude had a voice. And he knew he had a good voice. Well, he found some hot chick. And they came up with this plan between the girl's father, who was an engineer for Ford, that worked on the Mustang project with what's his name, Iacocca, and he designed the Ford Griffith. I don't know if you ever heard of that, but they came up with a plan to get him out of his contract because he had signed a 6-year contract. He went from 180 to 320.
Holy crap.
He ate his way out of the Marine Corps. So he wouldn't stop eating. He wouldn't, they did everything the Marine Corps does to you when you start getting out of specs.
Out of regs.
Yep. And so finally he got the big chicken dinner, and and then I got out of the Marine Corps and left California, and I don't know if he ever lost the weight, but I know that it affected his voice.
What, putting on all those LBs? I'm
Yep.
sure it did.
He was putting on them 45-pound plates. Yeah, he gained 140 pounds.
Over how long?
That's a whole Marine.
Yeah, he was 2 Marines. I don't
That's
know,
like
what
a
was
whole-
it, 6 months, 7 months?
That's like a whole fully loaded out fucking pack, you know, with all your gear in it. That's like 100. Yeah, that's like taking a Marine, folding them in half, and sticking them in a pack and carrying them on your back.
Well, let's put it this way. It's less than modern women weigh.
That's
Hey!
true.
Yep. Go to the high school. They don't have scales anymore in the nurse's office. They take them up. They take them up there and stand in line behind Brandon when he's running the truck over it.
You know, some of those scales I actually weigh myself.
Do you really?
Yeah. You can
How
look and
accurate
see
is
how
it?
much you look and see how much the whole truck weighs, and then you get out of it and you look again.
Well, you know the deciding factor is Sam.
Fuck.
Well, True Blood. I mean, I've met you face to. You're under 300, right? You're under 300.
It depends. I fucking plateaued at about 3. I haven't lost a lot lately.
Even with the fasting.
Yeah.
We'll
You
see,
need
when we
some of
met-
that gobbler sauce. That'll help you.
When we met at the meetup, I looked at you, and again, no weirdness, but I just looked at. I was like, yeah, 285, 290, but he's tall.
I just know you. When I met you, I was like, "Damn, that's a big boy." Not fat, but the whole. You know, you got wide shoulders and everything, man. You're
No,
a
he's-
big man. Oh, there goes my dog again.
No, he's a full grown man, that's for sure.
Damn straight he
And
is.
then
No.
and then some. And then some.
You got to make it weird, don't you?
I am a fat bastard. There's nothing wrong with fucking admitting I'm a fat bastard.
I can't
don't give
believe it. Hammer's lost 80 pounds,
Good on him.
and he's
Well,
still
were you-
300.
Well, yeah, but he's like 6'5" or 6'6".
Yeah, he's
Nah.
huge.
He's 6'5".
That's a big fuck, man.
He's yeah. He is not a small dude.
Yeah, but when you were with your Ukrainian trophy wife, were you a big fat bastard then?
No.
He doesn't like those kids screaming.
That happened to me during COVID.
Sure. Blame it on COVID.
Tell him why,
I
Brandon.
Well, actually, I was trying to eat myself to death.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking a bunch of dates, and every one of them was only interested in my fucking job or fucking getting a free meal, and I fucking finally said, fuck it. I'm just gonna, I love to fucking eat. I'm gonna eat whatever I want, as much as I want.
So what? You were going on dates and ordering what? Salad?
No. After
Yeah,
I
with the
decided to
steak
fucking,
and potatoes.
well, yeah, that's true.
What
That's
one
true.
for dinner?
But, I mean, no. Brandon's a big dude, man. I mean, that shit,
You know,
it is what it is.
I was about 230 or so when I was married.
that's still a big boy.
Well, yeah, and he drives a truck, man. You don't expect to see some little bitty motherfucker, you know, climb down out of a truck. You expect to see a full-grown man.
Yeah, you're right about that. My brother's 5'8" and he's 235,
Good Lord.
but he's only got like 15% body fat. How many 50-year-old men you know still can press 500 pounds?
He can do that?
He's been doing it since he was 18 years old. Since he left high school to go to college to play football. Yeah, I've seen him squat 800-900 pounds. Fucking insane, man.
Well, if he's only 5'8", he don't gotta drop down as low to squat that. So I mean that's kind of an advantage. But still, you gotta push the weight back up.
Well, that's just it. Yeah, when he was playing football, he got clocked at a 4.5 40 for a linebacker, defensive end, but he was so powerful.
Yeah.
He played
Yeah,
against this 6'7" All-American tackle in college. My brother is a foot shorter than him. And he called the ref over when right before they started, and he waved the tackle to come over, and he said to the ref, "You see this big goon? The only thing he's going to be able to do is hold me all day because I'll be past him before he gets out of his stance.
Mm-hmm.
And if he tries to move quick, you better throw the flag." And that's what he told the ref. He had him throw a flag on him like 5 times in the game. He said he held him every play till finally he cracked him in the nuts with an uppercut. He said he quit holding him after that.
Yep. Apologies last Saturday for Penn State losing at home to Ohio State. I thought they were going to win that one.
Oh, I'm not a Penn State fan.
Oh. What are you, a Pitt fan, Pittsburgh?
Nope.
Nope.
Nope. My first college football team, my college love is the Michigan Wolverines. It's been that way since I was 8 years old.
Well, I think they play Texas on Saturday. I hope they kick the shit out of them.
And my second favorite team, or in no particular order, I should say, the other 2 teams I follow is University of Southern California, and then the third one is Gangster University, Miami. You know, ever since the other Florida schools figured out what jail Miami got their players out of, they just haven't been the same. Yeah, Gangster U. Boy, I remember when Schnellenbacher was the coach there.
That's Schnellenbacher, yeah. Yeah, he was, it's a toss-up between either if him or Jimmy Johnson was the first black coach at the University of Miami.
Jimmy Johnson, he's straight up gangster coach.
Oh, wait, no, I called that wrong. Florida plays Texas tomorrow, not Michigan. My bad.
Yeah, Florida plays Texas. Texas beat Michigan in week 1.
Yeah, they did. Michigan plays Indiana. Michigan plays University of Indiana.
They should win that game. But I
I
don't.
don't know.
I don't watch them that often. Because the only TV I really watch, it's really weird. I watch Penguin games and International House Hunters, and or House Hunters type of shows. Odd. That's weird, but that's what I'm into.
I'm not judging.
Sometimes I'll watch the car auctions, like Barrett Jackson.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Especially if it's day 4 and you see all the multi-million-dollar cars go across the platform. Ooh, beautiful shit. But actually, my favorite day is day 1. That's when all the cheapies go across the block. Yeah. The ones I can afford.
Henny just commented in the chat. He said, if y'all want a good laugh, look at the 4B. Yeah, 4B movement, that shit that started over in Korea and is now making its way over here. It's basically the female feminist version of MGTOW, and they think that they're punishing us by going on a sex strike.
Well, if they both walk away, then nothing's accomplished, right?
I don't know. I don't really see how, again, I'm only speaking for myself. I don't really see how it's walking away or you're punishing me when I didn't want to have nothing to do with you in the first goddamn place.
But I'm saying if
Here's somebody nobody wants to fuck. Eric Sombro.
Yeah, that's actually true. Unless you count my neighbor from up the street, but that's pretty much an accurate statement.
Well, she's looking for like monetary gain, so that don't count.
Oh, okay, I'll take that. Hey, Ramadi, how are you, sir? Hey, Grinch.
I'm good, brother. How are you?
Good afternoon,
Hey, ED, she wants you for your she's attracted to your chest skills. That's what got her all hot and bothered, was your mastery of chess.
Well, lately I've been getting my ass handed to me, so it's not so much of a master anymore. My daughter kicked my butt horribly 5 games last night, and I lost a tournament over the weekend. So I'm on the outs. But I heard you talking about that 4B movement, and I just couldn't help but jump in and just give my 2 cents.
No, jump in, please.
So like all the women that are jumping into this 4B thing are, as Steven Crowder said, all the women that you really don't want to be with anyway. Even Raging Golden Eagle brought that up the other night. It was hilarious. He had that woman. Did you guys see that woman that went berserk with the nose ring, that bull ring, and she shaved her head to protest the patriarchy and Trump's victory? And was like,
No.
I'm not having sex anymore. I'm breaking up with my boyfriend. I urge everyone to divorce their husbands.
Yeah.
And these guys are like, all these women doing this, or all the women that no one wants anyway. It was hilarious.
No, but easy. I mean, that's the thing, is women are breaking up with boyfriends and separating or divorcing husbands because of the election.
Yeah. No, I know it's the thing. But
just like with COVID,
yeah.
all these marriages and relationships, went down the shitter because of COVID.
Yeah. But like, and we all notice, because this is just one of our talking points, like the marriage and birth rates are already in the tank. Like, and it's not that men care. Men don't care at all. It's the elites and women that are panicking about it.
Right. Well,
Remember,
South Korea's gone past the brink. There's
yeah, no. Look, marriage and birth rates are dead in the West. They're a zombie in South Korea.
Yeah.
Zombie. It's insanity. Like you have Canadian and American officials talking about, incentivizing, making incentives for men and women to get married, to have children. It's so bad in South Korea that in order to graduate college, you have to do dating classes and you have to date another person for 3 months to get a college degree now. Did you know that?
Well, go fucking immigrant then.
Well, like I said, there's no way forward. The only way forward is, as what many people say and what TFM used to say, is a rollback of rights. But no one's ready to talk about that yet until collapse starts happening.
Oh, it's happening.
Oh, no, I know. Collapse happens slowly, and it happens on the periphery. Like you'll see it on the outskirts of society, and then it just spirals inward until the entire thing crumbles. It gains speed. It's like a snowball rolling down a mountain. Starts off slow, and then it gains momentum.
Yeah, but we're sitting on the outside, watching all this happen in real time. Even though it's happening slowly, we're watching it, and we know what could potentially be coming or what the outcome, the final outcome may be.
Oh, absolutely. What's funny is all of us see it, and all of us are like, hey, pass the popcorn.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, even if a lot of us may not be around to see it, but I mean.
Oh no, I think we'll see it in our lifetime. I really do.
The damage is done, and
yeah.
I'm not.
Unless they do draconian changes to the marriage and divorce laws and custody agreements and unless they just take the meat cleaver to those laws, nothing will change. I mean, the marriage rate now and the birth rate now is lower than when they first started recording it in the 1890s. That's insane.
Yeah, it's kind of, and I'll admit to this. I watched it, and it didn't dawn on me until I was put out of the house and out of my marriage for a second time. The series The Handmaid's Tale on Netflix.
Oh yeah.
Which is based off of a book. That's what they think. That's what they legitimately think is going to happen to them.
Yep.
Well, here's something that another statistic you might want to think about. Our birth rate now is lower than it was at the turn of the 19th century.
Yeah, the 1890s. Exactly, Brandon.
Even when compared to the live births through 6 years old.
Crazy,
after all
right?
the child mortality. So
isn't that insane?
Even with everybody dying, half your kids were dying back then, and we still have less, even though our infant mortality is less than 1 in 10,000.
Yeah, it's insane. I don't know any way forward unless there is a complete and total collapse. I really don't see it.
We also have to add something to what you guys have mentioned, and that is fucking welfare for healthy working age adults. It should not be there.
No.
Your fucking status is.
No,
One,
I agree.
It'll take care of the fucking corporate cronyism, like for places like Walmart, which don't pay people enough to live on, but expect you to fucking work and as a full-time job. So it'll kill the big box stores. It'll kill fucking the fast food. People will have to cook for themselves again. And
I do something for myself
also,
every single day.
You're not going to be married to the government and expect fucking government alimony, which comes out of my pocket and your pockets, and you're not getting any pussy from this fucker. That, no more no-fault divorce, no more fucking preferential treatment for anything, and a set rate for fucking child support if you're not going to be part of that child's life and you made it.
Yeah.
And this fucking percentage of your income crap, you know. Okay, it costs $12,500 a year or something like that, for a child. No
Well-
matter if it's Bill Gates or fucking Joe Schmo, the fucking janitor down the street.
When I moved out and I got on Social Security, according to the U.S. government, when I got hurt and I was put on Social Security back in, what was it, 06? According to the U.S. government, back in 06, the monthly cost of raising a child was $474. Now, it's gone up since then, but I think it should be based off what the government thinks. Like, if the government says that you can raise a child on $474, I don't see why that's not an unreasonable number for the courts to honor.
Wish that's all I paid a month.
Yeah, but then there'll be guys going out making all kinds of babies. They're doing it now.
Of course they are. Of course they are. But I don't know.
Yeah, but who are the ones that are allowing all these men to go out and make all these babies out of wedlock? Who's allowing that?
Men are the
Well, that would be
gatekeepers to
women.
relationships, and women are the gatekeepers to sex. Remember, all this 4B movement is only for the regular guys. Chad and Tyrone still get the hit for free.
Right. I kind of commented on that in Hamster Stream earlier. I was like, oh, does the 4B movement, when it eventually makes its way over here, does that still apply to Chad, Tyrone, Pookie, and Ray, Abdul, Ishmael? I mean, you know.
Like, any one of these 4B movement women would gladly give it up for a Tom Brady guy or a Chad. You know what I mean.
Yeah.
So like, that's why I just laugh at them. It's hilarious.
Wow. I said, hey, dude, you go, girl.
Yep, exactly. You're strong and independent. You don't need a man. Enjoy.
Do it to it.
I actually prefer the way things are heading because I can treat everybody the same.
Yep.
I treat them all like men.
Oh, nothing drives a woman more crazy than being treated like a man.
Yep.
Always remember that.
There's only 5 that I don't treat that way. My
The
mom,
only-
my wife, and my 3 nieces. Everybody else, you get treated like shit.
The only person I will stop and help change a tire is for my daughter. That's it.
Oh, sorry to interrupt. That reminds me of the story that I was trying to tell yesterday when I was so rudely fucking interrupted, and I'm going to tell it now. Yesterday when I was inside the enclosed tennis court with MGTOW Mutt, he ran over into a corner and was looking up and was barking because two people came out of an apartment upstairs above our apartment. And I looked up and it's 2 women. And one of them I could see because I had my headset on. I could see her mouth was moving and she was looking in my direction. So I took my headset off and I think I muted because I was on the stream and I muted it. And she was like, "Are you coming out with your dog?" And I looked at her, I said, "What?" She goes, it was a black woman. She goes, "Are you coming out with your," 2 black women. She goes, "Are you coming out with your dog?" I said, "No." She goes, "Well, I'm afraid to come downstairs." I said, "Why?" She goes, "Because of your dog. I don't want you to bring your dog out and your dog come after me." I was like, "You're talking about my dog who's in a enclosed fenced in area?" who could not get to you even if he wanted to.
People always look for victimhood.
And then the girl that was next to her, who was younger than her, she kind of smacked her on the shoulder. She goes, "He's out here all the time. His dog isn't a problem. Shut up."
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. I was like, "Yeah, we live here." I was like, "My dog only comes out when I'm ready to take my dog out of here." I was like, "If you want to come downstairs, be my guest."
Yeah. Anyway, gents, I just wanted to jump in and say hello. But
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, thanks for stopping by, brother.
hope you guys are good.
Hey,
Ramadi.
Eric,
Grant.
before you go,
Yes, sir.
wait.
I'm still,
Wait.
I
Before you
didn't
go,
leave. I'm
this
still
morning
here.
when I was unloading, this lady was, the receiving clerk was asking me, "Oh, where are you going next?" I said, "I don't know." "What are you hauling next?" I said, "I don't know." "Does it bother you?" I said, "No." "So what do you think you're going to have?" And then she says, "Depends." And I said, "No, I never carry those." And she gets fucking mad and calls my fucking work
She complained about you because you didn't engage
because
the way she wanted you to.
she complained about me because I made a joke, and I bet you she has a little problem with fucking bladder control.
Yep. So what? So is your work gonna
Don't fucking
is your work gonna follow through and
bitching at this car here.
punish you about it?
No, they laughed
Okay,
about
good.
it.
Pig boy's gonna catch a reprimand.
They're gonna make some sausage out of them.
Oh.
I'd make a lot.
Well, some companies, because a woman complained, would go the whole 9 yards. We all know that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's fucked up. It's fucked up how sensitive we've become. Like I don't know if you guys remember, but like my parents were boomers. You know what I mean? They were born in 37. They kicked my ass. I got the belt. I got slapped across the face. Like if my parents were alive today with kids, they'd be locked up. Like it was just they talk to you bluntly, like you're a fuck up. What the hell are you doing?
Yeah.
Times have changed. It's weird. It's so weird. Like society is so sensitive. We've lost so much of, I don't know. We lost the key
That's
element
the
of our
boomer's
society.
fault, right?
What's that?
You know it's the boomer's fault, don't you?
Well, Bloom.
Think of all the things that the boomer generation did in their prime.
Yeah.
They gave us abortion. They took God out of school. They dumbed down our curriculum.
TFM and Raging Golden Eagle and others, they called boomers the worst generation in history.
They're the greediest too.
Yes.
Because they still think they're entitled to something after a lifelong of earning money that wasn't theirs, that was supposed to be their grandchildren's money. They spent it all.
Oh, that's a fact.
$35 trillion worth of poverty is
it's
what
not
the United
35
States
trillion.
has.
That is a misnomer. Yeah, the national debt is 35 trillion. If you add in everything else, unfunded liabilities, federal pensions, state Medicaid, federal Medicaid, Social Security, that number is about 115 to about 118 trillion.
Yep.
And high estimates is about 122 trillion.
But we'll never have to pay it.
Because it can never be paid. It's a fictional number.
Well, the mindset of Americans is we're never going to pay it because if the country ever goes down, they're just going to be popping open everything in Montana and sending them everywhere.
I don't know. I still think the biggest mistake was going off the gold standard because it limited the government for what it could do.
Hey, easy, real quick before you go. I was, I don't know, 6, 7, maybe 8 years old, and I remember one time my mom got on to me about something, and for whatever reason, I looked up at her and I said, "Why?" And without even missing a beat, my mother looked at me, or she got down in my face, and she goes, "Because I fucking said so."
Yep.
And that was it. There was no more discussion. That was it.
Yep.
And you know what? Until I moved out of their house, I never asked why again.
Yeah. That's exactly how I grew up, man. Oh shit. That's funny. Because I said so was Mom, why do I have to do this? Because I said so. Dad, why? Because I said so. Yeah, absolutely. Any one of us can come up with that excuse.
Yeah, and she also told me at a very young age, "I don't care. Life is not fair. Get used to it."
Oh, that was my father's speech to my brother and I when we turned 18. He told us, "You're a man now." He goes, if you screw up and you get arrested,
Because it has to be done.
because it has to be done. That's another one I got from my dad. But at 18, my dad gave us a speech of, "You're 18 now, so if you get in trouble, you're going to big boy jail."
Mm-hmm.
And you're no longer, he goes, you're no longer a boy, you're a man. And no one is, my father said this back in 87 when I turned 18. He was like, no one is coming to save you. No one's going to help you. You're on your own in this life. That's it. You're 18 now. That's it. People look at you differently now. And it's so true.
Yeah,
It really is.
We were at a party. I was in high school. I was like a junior, maybe a sophomore or junior. I don't know. I was still a teenager. I wasn't 18 yet. And the party got busted up by the cops, and I got hauled off and thrown in the drunk tank. And they called my parents, and I'm sitting in the cell, and I saw my parents walk in, and my police department used to be a lot smaller back then. And he started to walk towards the cell to open it up to let me out. I was like, no. I was like, no. I was like, I don't want to leave with them. Because I knew what was going to happen when I got home.
Yep.
You know, I would rather have stayed in that cell than go home with, I mean, I'm not saying, you know, I got beat within an inch of my life, but it wasn't pretty. And I'll just leave it at that.
My brother and I, we were talking about this once. And I said, for all the shit we got away with, the beatings we caught, we deserve that and more.
Yeah. And it wasn't so much a beating for a beating's sake. It was because they were disappointed.
And in my case, it was because we were stupid.
Right. That, and I knew better.
Yeah. Lots of that.
But I mean, I needed it, and it helped.
Whenever I
it
fucked
helped
up,
shape and mold.
You know, every once in a while I get like a whack against the back of the head or the iron finger of death on my fucking shoulder blade. But most of the time when I fucked up, my dad or my mom would give me work.
Yeah.
You know, all right, you fucked up. Do this fucking unpleasant task.
Yep. I remember once my father was like, John next door, his lawn is looking a little tall. So is ours. So is Mrs. Jones. So you fucked up this week. So get out there and get to it.
The worst thing for me was when I knew I'd really fucked up, stepped in it, dick the dog, whatever analogy you want to use, was when my mother would be so pissed off she couldn't look at me or talk to me. She would call that sending me to the cornfield where I would get the silent treatment,
Yep.
where she would not talk to me or acknowledge my presence for days
Oh,
until she got over it.
yeah. My mom would get so mad she'd call me by people's fictional names that she had no idea who they were.
Mhm.
She'd call me by people's names we didn't even know.
Right. Oh yeah, I got called by the wrong name on more than one occasion because she was so pissed off she couldn't hardly see straight.
My parents used to make me stand in the corner. They have a split level entry house, and I would have to stand in the corner behind the door. So when the door was open, so you could look out the storm door.
Yeah.
That's the corner I was in.
I
And I would
remember,
just stand there for hours.
I remember my brother-in-law before I got divorced. We were over there for a party, and my parents were there, and my nephew at the time, he screwed up really bad, and like he pushed his mother down, and instead of kicking his butt like my parents would have done with the belt and anything else that they can get their hands on. They made him stay in his room and think about what he did. And my mother was like, "So you didn't hit him?" And he was like, "Oh no, we don't hit." And she goes, "You didn't have your husband give him the belt?" "Oh no, we don't hit. We don't do that." And my mother's like, "So you sent him to his room where he's got a computer, where he's got all his stuff, where he's got his fish, where he's got everything to think about what he did." And she's like, "Yeah, that's good parenting."
But that's all right. He's
It's just
probably
a
in the
different. It's
prison
just a different
population.
world now.
No, easy. I was 30. I was in my mid to late 30s when I separated from my first ex-wife, and I went back home, and I was living with my parents, and I was working, and this is before I got with ex-wife number two, and I came in. My dad wasn't there. My mom was sitting in the living room in her chair watching TV. And I came in. I don't remember what happened. I was pissed off about something. And I walked through the house. I knew where my mom was at. She said something to me. I didn't acknowledge her. I just walked past her. I walked down the hall, walked into the spare bedroom, and I slammed the door. Next thing I know, door flew open. There's my mother standing there, and she's like, "You will not fucking ignore me in my own house when I speak to you."
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't give a fuck how old you are. And
Yeah,
I was like,
but
yes,
but
ma'am.
Ramadi, and tell me if I'm wrong. That made you a better man, right? Like she was right. Even knowing you were pissed at the time, when you think back at it, she's right.
Well, I wasn't even mad at her. I don't even remember what I was mad at, but it had nothing to do with my mom.
No, I get that, but she's 100% right. Like it's her house, it's her rules. Like you're not going to ignore your mom. Like I get it, I do, because I would be the same way if my daughter did it. It's so true. It's such a different generation and different mindset compared to what's out there now. It's crazy.
Yeah, because I was in the room messing around with something, doing something, and next thing I know, boom, the door flies open, and she's standing there in the doorway. She didn't even come in the room. And my mother was tiny. Like, the top of her head came up to the center of my chest.
Yeah, but she could still kick your butt.
Yeah, and she's just standing there, and she just points. She's like, "You will not fucking ignore me in my own house."
Yeah. Hey, gents, I'm going to jump out. You guys take care. Tell Brandon I said goodbye.
Yes,
Hey,
sir. Take care, sir.
Hey, I'm going to pop a link in the background. If you could do me a favor and plug it so I can, for some odd reason, I'm getting a lot of problems with YouTube. If you guys could subscribe to it, that would be awesome.
Sure.
Yes, sir.
Thanks a lot, guys. You guys take care. Brandon, take care. Have a good night, guys.
All right, take care, brother.
Take care. And he's gone.
Have a good one.
He hasn't talked that much for a while.
Well, that's a sign that he's having a good day.
Well, he likes punishment. Yarr. We'll talk about the torture.
No, Frost commented, he said, yeah, black people are afraid of, yeah, that may be true. No, my dog was just barking at him. MGTOW Mutt was just barking at him because he saw him up on the balcony above the apartment. He wasn't being aggressive. But yeah, she was trying to cause trouble, but
You know what the mistake was, Ramadi?
what's that?
You even engaged her in conversation.
No, I made it look stupid when I was like, you're afraid my dog's gonna come after you that's in this giant fenced-in enclosure that he can't get out of unless I let him out.
I would have just turned my back and ignored him. I don't know you. I'm not speaking with you.
Well, like I said, the younger girl, I don't know who. I recognize the one younger girl who lives here. I don't know who the older lady was. I don't know, it was her mother or something, but she smacked her. She's like, shut up. She's like, he lives here. They're out there all the time. It's fine.
Hey, it looks like I'm finally out of the fucking rain. Let's hope I can get my trailer swapped over before the rain gets to Joplin.
Does Easy have a channel now? Is that the link he's talking about?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
No, Easy said something about posting a link in the back chat that he wanted us to sub to. He hasn't done it yet, but I didn't know if it's something that he's doing or if it's somebody else's channel.
Well, I just tried to find it, and it's not coming up in YouTube.
Yeah, I'm not even seeing a link in the back chat. The last message was from him was over 15 minutes ago.
Yeah, he is old movie fan 1973, and I'm trying to pull it up, and it's
Well, it's not a link. The way it's posted, it's not a link.
no. So that's why I looked it up as a channel, and it's not coming up as a channel either. So I don't know what to do with it. It's not a link, and it's not coming up as a channel. Well, I'll ask him next time
You can't eat it. You can't fuck it. What good is it?
Can I make it a target?
I don't know. I think you'd have to shoot your phone.
I would love to sometimes.
Well, there you go.
The kids it's really nice here today. So all the little youngsters under 10 years old are running around like all over the neighborhood between yards and all kinds of crap. And Zeke is losing his mind with all this activity. You know, dogs like order, not chaos.
Right. Well, he needs to chill the fuck out.
He will. Well, You know, every day he's experiencing new stuff because he spent his whole life in a shelter.
And
Hey.
I will back you up 100% on the Order versus Chaos. Sammy is fucking OCD as hell. If I put stuff where I normally don't put it, he will look at it, put his paw on it, and bark at me.
Yes.
They're like, that's wrong. No, fat man, that does not go there. Fucking bad.
Yeah,
And
dogs have
welcome
OCD.
to Missouri, motherfuckers.
It's good stuff. That was a good one, Brandon. Congratulations. Now you need to drink a tea or something.
Yeah. The only bad thing is it goes from 65 to 55. Fuck! Got places to go. People to see. What kind of a fucking idiot makes a job where I deadhead for fucking 300 miles? That's crazy. My office is stupid.
Crap, they got holiday season shopping already.
Yeah,
What the heck is that?
right after Halloween.
Consumerism run amok.
That's insane. Nope, I ain't buying it. Not one bit. Did I see Frost in the chat?
Yes, you did.
Yes, I did. Hello, Frost. Long time no see, brother. Easy. I tried to, whatever you posted in the back chat, it wasn't a link, and I tried to look at it as a channel, and it didn't come up either. So I don't know what you have to repost, please. And JR said we're a bunch of misogynists. I haven't misogyned anything in a long time. Welcome back.
I see fucking EZ posting here, but I don't see him posting in YouTube. That's weird. I was gonna wrench him.
No, I never noticed. He's not a wrench.
Yeah, I didn't notice that either.
I never noticed that. Well, that's easily fixed when he comes back on.
Well, you can be wrenched and not be in the. It's happened to me. It's happened to me on Hamster's channel. Happened to me on Hammerhand's channel.
Too bad Hemi's not in the chat.
He was.
Yeah.
earlier.
Because I have a comment that I'll save till Hemi comes back.
We'll just make some talk about putting fucking vanilla wafers and pudding together, and he'll come bougieing on in.
Well, no,
Oh,
this
hey.
one was when we were talking about punishment from our parents. My mother always used to threaten that she was going to take me to the Canadian border and drop me off.
Yeah, but Hemi cannot resist. Hemi cannot resist when you're talking about food and you're using goy slop and calling it good. He can't stand it.
Radical Raptor just posted, it looks like a link for youtube.com/@oldmoviefan1973.
Well, I'm going to try to do that one on my phone so I don't drop off on the tablet.
Nope, there's Hemi.
Hey,
Yeah, I told you.
Hemi said he wants some disgusting goy slop, Brandon.
Oh, you got to have Outlaw for that. Him and RO will tell you about all the fucking fast food, fucking home cooking.
So you need to figure out what you want for dinner.
Brought to you by fucking guacamole powder and fucking Massengill douche barbecue. Yeah, I said it. There, you got Hemi. So say your thing there, Grinch.
Hey, Hemi, when I was a young child, my mother used to always threaten to drop me off at the Canadian border as punishment. What do you think about that?
That's fucking cruel.
I thought it was cruel too. That's a nice freaking 7-hour drive from my house. So as soon as I type in youtube.com/@ the first thing that came up was Oprah. What the hell?
Well, that just shows
Talk
you what
about goy slop.
they're promoting. And get out in front of the storm. We went from fucking 41 degrees where it was raining. Now I'm here in front of the fucking storm front. It's 64.
Yeah, that's what it is here.
Yeah. I'm glad I'm going fucking east.
Crap.
I would not want to have to travel through Nashville in that shit.
I'm here. You have to go pee.
Son of a bitch.
Nothing came up. I typed that link in, nothing came up. The hell?
Go to the magnifying glass one
That's what I did.
and just type in old movie fan on the YouTube search bar.
Yeah, that. I did that the first time.
And don't put the year in there. See what else comes up.
Nope, nothing. Let me try this. Hold it.
Weird.
Hemi just posted a link.
Does that take you to Zombro?
I don't know. He says Raptor was correct, and then he posted the link.
I just nothing's coming up for me.
Well, can you try clicking on the link Hemi just posted?
All right, I'll be back.
You'll probably have to hit it from YouTube.
Good boy, you went pee and poop. Great job.
So that link worked. I got the Eric's channel and I subbed.
All right.
Isn't that great? Taylor Swift's up for a Grammy, and they proved that she lip synced the whole world tour. Yep. Isn't that a shame?
Buy whatever award you want.
We're not going out. Come on.
Well, I was looking at the route I'm going to have to take. And since 40's closed, going through the mountains these days because it got washed away, I got to drive all the way over to Highway 70. 77, and go down south on 77. Like you got the road you got to take when you're going to go see your daughter in Florida.
You're not coming out. It's my water. I wanted to see if this is
There we go. Nothing against Cindy. I just don't want to hear talk.
So where's Outlaw? I thought he would have showed up by now.
I don't know. He didn't give me his itinerary for today.
Must have had a late night.
Yeah.
Well, it was Thursday. They probably did the SWF shit.
Is it Thursday or is it Friday?
No, today's Friday. I'm talking about last night.
Oh, okay. When I get to the yard, I'm going to do my 30-minute government mandated non-productive time and combine that with fucking switching trailers.
How far out are you from the yard?
Yep.
You say you're in Joplin, or that's where
Yep.
you're going?
That's where I'm at right now.
Oh,
I'm going to switch trailers here and then head to Charlotte, North Carolina.
will you make it to Charlotte tonight, or are you gonna have to stop before then?
Oh no, I won't get there tonight. It's 700 miles. I'll get
Oh.
there I'll get there Sunday. Unless I can knock out at least 2,500.
Well, we got till Sunday. Why push it if you don't have to?
If I can get there on Saturday, I'll be able to reset for Monday morning.
What time are you gonna kick off the D&D stream tomorrow?
It's going to be at 11:30.
Yeah, that's what I thought. About 11:30 noon.
Yeah.
Are you going to play there, Ramadi?
What, D&D?
Yeah.
I've never played D&D in my life, and I don't mean that in a disrespectful way. I just never have.
Well, that makes two of us, brother. I never played either. I've watched it. Never-
Oh no, I knew
Never
guys. I
bought
grew up with guys that played it. They just wasn't my thing. But I didn't shit on them for it.
Yay, the last of the roundabouts.
So there's an investigation underway for a nationwide racist text message that is going out to high school students and mostly and some other people saying you have been selected to pick cotton and contact this number.
Big time, look, you want to go outside?
I smell Jussie Smollett.
Juicy Smollett, French. Gotta say it with a false accent. Yep, exactly. Big time, look, bullshit.
You have a USPS parcel being cleared. Did you order anything from overseas?
That is a fishing. They are fishing.
I know. Post office doesn't, the U.S. Customs and the post office don't send out emails.
You're a retired postmaster. You should know better than that.
Well, that's why I was saying. Yep. I didn't order anything. It's great.
That'll make internet fraud the same fucking penalty as mail fraud.
Well, right now it's the same as paternity fraud.
Yeah, non-existent. $10,000 a year into jail for every fucking offense.
They just
Pop that up to fucking 40,000. It'll be commensurate with fucking decrease in the value of the dollar.
I think what we should do is take all the prisoners in the federal prison, regardless of level, because there are 5 different levels in the federal prison system, depending on what crime you've been convicted of. And I say we ship them all to Guatemala and, all those countries, Ecuador and Venezuela, in the Middle East, just drop them all off everywhere else. And the worse the crime, the worse the country you get dropped off at.
Well, that's what they're doing to us.
Yeah, so let's return the favor. Take 200 bangers and drop them off down in Venezuela. They'll love that. Yep. Hand them a passport that says no return entry to the United States on it, and just send them to Venezuela.
They moved out, right?
Hey.
I'm not even going to acknowledge your fucking dickish comment.
Well, I was just repeating what you said.
I don't need you
I
to repeat
understood
what I
what
said.
Brandon said.
I don't need you to repeat what I said. I know what the fuck I said.
Yeah, you're the only one.
So the 20,000 ballots, mail-in ballots that disappeared from one of the counties in the middle of the state, they just never found them.
What state, Grinch?
Pennsylvania. They caught that weeks before the election, but it was a Republican county. Isn't that beautiful?
Well, then, correct me if I'm wrong. Didn't Pennsylvania get called the night of the election?
Yeah.
For Trump?
But what this affects is it 20,000 Republican ballots that disappeared, and the
Oh, yeah.
Democrats retained the state house by one vote, by
Mhm.
one member. Huh. Okay.
Still
Funny
voter
how that
fraud if
worked
that's
out.
true.
Any statewide race is within 0.5% it automatically says we have to have a recount. Currently,
100% it is.
Oh, that looks
Doesn't
like
matter.
some green grass for Sammy.
Yep. Sammy loves it here. It's one of
Doesn't
his
really matter what.
favorite places to pee.
Doesn't really matter what level it's on, Grinch. I mean, voter fraud's voter fraud.
20,000. I'm starting to think Trump is like rock and roll. You just can't kill him.
Was that a Twisted Sister song? You can't kill rock and roll.
Yes.
No. Oh, Twisted Sister did that one too?
Yep. Yep.
Did somebody do it before them, Brandon?
The Who?
Well, let's see what Google says.
Don't know that one. Not saying you're wrong. Just
Long live rock, be it dead or alive. Be right back. I'm a get out of this truck and take a dog to go pee. Sammy's got to go potty.
Now this says Ozzy has a song that says you can't kill rock and roll. Hmm. No, Twisted Sister is you can't stop rock and roll. You Can't Kill Rock and Roll was by Ozzy Osbourne. Well, I guess I'll be back. Gotta walk the dog. Hey, Brandon.
outside? Eating them out. Good choice, Sam. Sure you won't go outside? It's nice outside. It's not going to be too nice too much longer. All right. 30 minutes of government mandated non productive time is over. Time to get the fuck out of here. And I was wrong. It's not 700 miles, 900 miles. Ain't no way I'm getting there tomorrow. So we're going to drive down here to Mankato, get the truck weighed, park it, get ourselves a free shower. So I would rather drive in the morning than drive at night.
Hey, Brandon.
Hey. No, I was wrong. I said 700 miles. It's 900 before the fucking detour. So,
That's 2 days driving, right? 900 miles?
yeah. Yep. There'll be no reset this weekend. So I'm just going to drive down here to Mankato where they've got a new Love's with a big old parking lot. Get myself a shower, start in the morning again.
That sounds like a wise decision. No, doggy. No. No. I have some pizza pockets,
All right.
and he wants some pizza pockets. Well, doggies don't eat pizza pockets.
Of course he does. Everything
He,
you're eating, everything you eat, he wants.
well, I don't give him people food.
Yeah.
Hey, well, I shouldn't say that. Every Thursday, he gets 2 bullseyes. You know, the caramel with the filling, the caramels. What do they call them? Buckeyes.
I don't know. Never seen one.
Yeah, they're caramel candy circles, and in the middle it has cream.
Oh yeah. I know what you're talking about.
Yep. So
I
that,
don't know what to call those either.
yeah, we call them bullseyes here. So I just on Thursday, since every living creature has a sweet tooth, he gets 2, and that's his 2 for the week.
Kristen Harlow. She must be on.
It's too bad I'm not feeling very sociable today. I'm going to be sleeping within 50 miles of where fucking Reverend 20 Beast lives.
Yeah, I've chatted with Reb before. He's a good man.
He is a good guy. I'm just not feeling very sociable today.
So it looks like we're supposed to get cloudy with all day showers Sunday.
Where?
Here?
There in Pittsburgh?
Mm-hmm.
That sounds about right. The storm will get there by then.
They're still counting the Senate vote in Pennsylvania.
I saw that Nevada finally called it for Trump.
Did they?
Yeah, but Arizona, when I checked, which was this morning, Arizona still was holding out. It'd be great if we got to 67 senators.
I think they're going to have 54, 55, something like that.
Yeah.
So there, the McCormick, the Republican, is in court trying to stop the count because all the registered voters combined in the few areas that they still got to count are not 100,000 votes. Well, he's ahead by more than 100,000 votes.
Right.
So mathematically, they couldn't win. So now
Right.
they want the Democrats want to count all these provisional ballots. Well, there shouldn't be anything as a provisional ballot.
Oh, there's a sweet old fucking, look like a Vietnam era fucking Willis that somebody
Nice.
loves. Somebody loves that.
They have one for sale out in what do you call it? Colorado.
Oh, good. There's still plenty of spots to park, Sam. Lots of good grass.
That'll make a happy dog overnight.
Mm-hmm.
Does he get real antsy when you're out of the truck and he can't see you?
Yeah, I've been told that he does. But I don't pay attention to his moods.
Mm-hmm.
I ignore them. You know, I don't put up with that from fucking people. Why should I do it for the dog? You know?
Yep.
Because if you focus on that, it makes it worse, in my opinion.
Well, when Zeke is having his adrenaline rush,
Yeah.
you can't help but notice a 55-pound dog flying through the house, throwing toys in the air, jumping on stuff.
Yeah. He gets the zoomies, man. It's just the zoomies.
And we just let him go, and now he's closing his eyes after a walk. Did his zoomies. He's happy dog.
Yeah. All right. Time to weigh the truck.
Well, sir, I'm going to drop off.
All right.
Have a good night, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. We're going to the pet expo, so I'll try to catch you sometime to say good morning or good afternoon.
Okay.
Have a great game tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. $85.77. All right, we're weighed. Everything's good. All righty. What's up, Kate? Chaos. Put ourselves on sleeper berth. All right. Well, it's end of another day. I did a lot of driving today without the stream going, so I apologize for the short stream. Had some things going on that I haven't talked to anybody about, so I'm not going to say anything about them. Anyways, it's nothing with me, but some family stuff. So, you guys have a great night. No marriage, no cohabitation, no new children. And that'll keep you out of indentured servitude and usury, both of which suck. And he was here, he'd tell you, don't bring your fucking girlfriends around. and help each other out. That's what I'll tell you. Because nobody's going to help another man out except another man. Sam would. Sam would help you. He's a very helpful dog. So, have a purpose in life. Stay on your purpose. Nobody can know what that purpose is except for you. Prove yourself for yourself. And peace out, brothers. I'll catch you on the road again tomorrow. Bye. Big Taz for Normal Men.